ladies and gentlemen, today in class we went over document A of our DBQ packet. We're still addressing the question, what led to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We went over the Sykes-Picot Agreement in 1916, and it states, it is accordingly understood between the French and British governments that France and Great Britain are prepared to recognize and protect an independent Arab states or a confederation of Arab states. These things are marked by A and B on the map that was shown in class under the leadership of an Arab chief. That in the blue area, France, and in the red area, Great Britain, shall be allowed to establish such direct or indirect administration or control as they desire and as they may think fit to arrange with the Arab state or confederation of Arab states. Then in the brown area, there shall be established an international administration, the form of which is to be decided upon after consultation with Russia and subsequently in consultation with other allies and the representatives of the Sharif of Mecca. Now, the highlighted bits that are already highlighted in here are the things that I thought were important that stood out as we analyzed this document. France and the British governments are clearly working together because, as we talked about, they're the ones who are deciding where these political boundaries are and things of that nature. But they agreed to recognize and protect an independent Arab state, meaning that they already are promising to give Arab countries their own land because they're going to recognize those lands. And then they let them know that they're going to allow for indirect rule by having an Arab chief be the one in charge, but the Arab chief is going to be the one to get rules and regulations from the European countries. And so then an international organization is going to be a part of this as well, and that's going to be, they have to consult with Russia first and foremost because they're the closest big power on the scene after the end of the war. All right, as we go down, I also thought it'd be important for you guys to highlight the title of the document as well as the source of the document. So here's our source, and then right here is the title of the document. So I think those things are important because it's important to take note of that date because that's going to help us when we get down to the question portion. According to this document, what three countries were involved in this agreement? Well, the countries are going to be Great Britain, France, and the Arab states or Confederation of Arab States. Most people want to say Russia, but Russia is a part of that international situation and not so much as the agreement itself. And according to the agreement, what did Great Britain and France promise to the Arab people? Well, they promised to recognize and protect an independent Arab states or Confederation of Arab States, which is super important. That this is what they promised them, so this is what they were looking for. Based on the date, 1916, well, we know that World War I starts in 1914, so during this time that this was written, World War I was going on. How does this document contribute to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Well, this document definitely supports Arab control of the land because they're mentioning nothing about an Israeli situation, but that's really going to come after we kind of get into World War II and after that, and we learn about the atrocities of the Holocaust. European countries are dictating what will happen in the Middle East because they're the ones that say what can be done, who can do it. These are the ones setting up those political boundaries, although they're artificial because they don't follow any natural or ethnic relations that are already on the land, and the Europeans are promised the Arabs their own land, like this is going to be your land. So that's how we analyze document A today in class. And that's it.